conversation, not an adventure today, just a talk. And what I really wanted to address is, those of you that have been following me for a while, you know that for the past year or so, I have been seeing my Sea Eagle fleet expand. What started out as a 380X expanded to a 300X, as well as a Razorlight 393 RL. And those boats are awesome. Sea Eagle has been fabulous to me. It's been a great experience for the 4 years that I've been floating a Sea Eagle. However, if you've seen some of my later videos or latest videos, you've seen that over the winter I acquired this little beauty. This is a Dagger Katana 10.4 crossover kayak. A really great boat. And why did I buy this? Well, I bought it because most of the people that I paddle with are in hardshell kayaks, and through conversations and everything, I just kind of was either convinced myself that I needed to get a hardshell kayak, just to, just be one of the big boys, hang out with the guys, whatever. But there was definitely some frustrations. The Explorer can be a little slower than some of the other boats when you're out. What I thought I would do with the Katana is I would be able to get a boat that was whitewater capable, but also gave me the storage capacity of a bigger boat for multi-day trips that you guys know I like to do. So it has a great dry storage compartment in the back that will really hold a lot of stuff. There's storage in the front, although it's not dry. It's wet storage, but if it's in dry bags, you're good to go. And of course, you have some straps on top that you can bungee some things down. So, really a great boat. And then you have the 300X. So this is the 300X that has really become kind of my moving water, my whitewater boat. And I really enjoy this boat for that purpose. My 380X has become that's the boat I use when I attach my motor and I go fishing, and I do some of those more kind of laid back floats. And then my Razorlight is purely my flat water paddling boat that I take on the lake or on the river nearby when I know I'm not going to see any real moving water. But what I wanted to talk about today really is how I came to a decision. And that is, since I've had this boat, I've taken it on the Schuylkill River for a paddle. I did a 2-day, multi-day paddle on Pine Creek, and then this past weekend I had it on the Lehigh River for the first whitewater, faster moving water, bigger water in a hard shell that I've ever done. And admittedly, I'm new to the hard shell game. But what I came to realize between primarily the Pine Creek trip and the Lehigh trip this past weekend is that I'm just way more comfortable in the Explorer. Part of it is just being open. I don't like the confined nature with the spray skirt on and being cooped up inside the cockpit. I'm just not comfortable with that. I felt from a skill perspective, I did okay. Certainly for my first time on moving water like that, I was fine. I didn't come close to capsizing or flipping or anything like that. I was hitting the eddies okay. And I think if I stick with this boat, I will become a fairly accomplished paddler. Right? So that's fair. But really, in the bottom line, it just comes down to personal choice, and then the acceptance that you know what, I'm going to be 56 years old this year, and I really don't have anyone to impress. So for the few times a year that I'm going to get on the river to do whitewater, I want to be comfortable and I want to be safe. I tried all winter in the pool to learn how to roll this thing, the Dagger, and I just couldn't do it. Part of it has something to do with, I guess what I'm carrying here, my own flexibility, how in shape I am, whatever. There's a variety of reasons, but I was incapable of rolling this kayak, and that does not make me feel safe on the water. I learned how to do a wet exit, and that's all good. Never had to use it in a river, but I feel confident that if I had gone over, I would have figured it out, and I would have done the wet exit, and everything would have been okay. With the Explorer, that's not even a problem. right? If this capsizes, I'm just going out. And I've done that before, and it's been okay. I can either recover the boat myself, flip it back over and get in, or just get downstream to calmer water before we do that. So the bottom line is, after a little brief romance with the Dagger, I have someone coming by today to pick it up. I've sold it, and I'm just going to stick with my inflatables, and I think moving forward I'll be happy. I feel like I'll be safer on whitewater in this boat compared to this boat. I have the Razor Light for flatter water, and I always have my original, the 380X, or boat I like to call Big Blue. I always have that available for tandem paddling, multi-day trips, or if I want to throw on the trolling motor and go fishing. So you can see the way I've outfitted this. This is my whitewater outfitting. So I have the high back seat for the 300X. I have decided that I use these NRS thigh straps, and I find that they make me feel much more secure inside the boat in bigger water. And then recently I added an air foot brace, and I attached a couple of additional D-rings on the inside of the boat to accommodate that. And I find that gives me just much more leverage inside. I really feel like I'm locked into this boat when I use it now. So just want to put it out there to you guys that there's a ton of different boats out there, and admittedly this boat is a crossover, so it does a lot of things well. It doesn't necessarily do anything excellently, right? So there are better creek boats, there are better river runners, there are better multi-day boats that are out there, or touring boats. But this boat does all of those things, and it does it pretty well. But for me, when I did my multi-day trip, I found that I couldn't take as much gear, and it was a little more cumbersome than my 380X. When I did whitewater, I just felt cramped, I felt tight, and I just didn't enjoy the feeling of going down the river in this as opposed to this. So I guess, long story short, folks, I'm just accepting the fact that I am who I am as a paddler. I didn't even start this sport until I was 52 years old. I thoroughly enjoy it. It's clearly my new passion. But I'm going to roll with what I got. And I have 3 really great boats from Sea Eagle, and I'm lucky that I have 3 different boats that can help me do different types of water effectively. And I'm really excited to be able to keep doing that in this boat. So Dagger, I wish you well, and hopefully the new owner will appreciate it. From what I understand, he's buying it for his son. He already has a katana, so he's buying a second one so he and his son can do stuff together, so that's great. And yeah, so that's it. Bert's Adventures is officially a Sea Eagle company. So we're going to be sticking with Sea Eagle, and we got a lot of great things planned for this summer and in the future, highlighting all 3 of my Sea Eagle boats. And I hope you guys continue to follow me, continue to watch the videos. I appreciate your comments, I appreciate your likes, and share this with a friend if you can. Our subscriber count is going up, but I'd love to see it get a little higher so that we can talk to more people. So thanks, y'all have a great day, and I look forward to seeing you on the water.